WebRoot Essentials scans 6 times faster, uses far less memory, and takes up 33% less space on your computer. I've seen the difference WebRoot has made for my devices, and now you can too. My listeners get 62% off WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. Get the #1 ranked antivirus protection for just $19 a year right now at webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim. Go now while you're thinking about it. webroot.com/Kim.
History is unfolding, and you're listening to it on News Talk 710 KURV, Edinburgh, McAllen, Harlingen, Brownsville.
Could fighting disrupt the talking? I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. New skirmishes between the U.S. and Iran despite a ceasefire in place.
Perhaps complicating matters. This morning, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps says it targeted a U.S. airbase in what CENTCOM calls an egregious ceasefire violation. And CENTCOM says Iran launched a ballistic missile toward Kuwait that was successfully intercepted by Kuwaiti forces. Iran calls it retaliation after U.S. forces shot down 5 Iranian one-way attack drones over the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. says it also hit an Iranian ground control station in Bandar Abbas before it could launch a 6th drone.
That's Fox's Madeline Rivera at the White House, where a cabinet meeting yesterday, President Trump threatened Iran and even U.S. strategic partner Oman if they try to control the Strait of Hormuz shipping.
The strait will open immediately, but it's got to be perfect. I'm not going to do this. I didn't do this to get a crummy agreement.
Oil prices are rising back up about 3%.
We're also tracking developments in the conflict between Israel and Iran's largest proxy, Hezbollah. The IDF launched a series of heavy strikes overnight, targeting the southern city of Tyre and further north in Sidon. After evacuation orders were given, at least 8 people were killed in southern Lebanon.
Fox's Trey Youngston, Tel Aviv. 2 more boat strikes in the past 2 days as the U.S. military keeps up patrols off South America's coast, cracking down on drug trafficking.
2 accused narco-terrorists are reported to have been killed in the latest strike. 1 man was reported killed in a boat strike Tuesday, with 2 survivors left stranded in the water. Southern Command says the Coast Guard was notified to launch a search and rescue operation. Nearly 200 people have been killed in around 60 boat strikes since September.
Fox's Chris Foster. They are not searching for survivors anymore in Washington State's paper mill disaster. 9 workers missing after a giant chemical tank imploded are now presumed dead.
As individuals are recovered from the site, they'll undergo decontamination before being transported to the Cowlitz County Coroner's Office.
Longview Fire Battalion Chief Matt Amos. 2 others were also killed, 7 hospitalized. America's listening to Fox News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
The Coast Guard will go out searching again for Lynette Hooker off the coast of the Bahamas after getting new information from her husband.
Investigators have been looking at GPS data from Brian Hooker's phone in which he was using a marine navigation app. That data has pointed them to new areas of interest that have not been searched as of yet. A source tells Fox U.S. authorities plan to focus on an area of the Bahamas Sea of Abaco with waters reaching 25-foot depths. Brian and Lynette were headed back to their sailboat earlier this year when he reportedly said Lynette fell off their dinghy. But Lynette's daughter, Brian's stepdaughter, has raised questions about what happened, saying Brian had anger issues and her mother was an excellent swimmer. Jill Nato, Fox News.
Yet another person is going to prison in the drug overdose death of Friends TV star Matthew Perry.
Kenneth Iwamasa, the final person involved in the ketamine death of actor Matthew Perry, received a sentence of 3 years and 5 months in prison. Exactly what prosecutors wanted for the personal assistant who sat at the center of the entire incident, buying the ketamine that would cause the death of the Friends star and injecting him with a lethal dose. The 60-year-old was the first of the 5 people to reach a deal with prosecutors, pleading guilty in August of 2024 to 1 count of conspiracy. He also became the most important witness for the prosecution, which is why the jail time is significantly less than what he might have faced without cooperating. Michelle Polino, Fox News.
2 doctors have gotten prison time. So is a drug counselor who sold the fatal ketamine dose. Another doctor linked to Perry's death got home confinement and then supervised release. We'll get an inflation update later this hour. And ahead of that, on Wall Street, stock futures are falling the day after record highs for the Dow and the NASDAQ. In the NHL playoffs, Carolina shut out Montreal to take a 3-1 lead in the Eastern Conference Final. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
News Talk 710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
Happy Thursday morning. It is now May 28th, 2026, and this is the Valley's Morning News. It's News Radio for South Texas. You can also join us if you want to rewind and get some of those headlines. It's 710 KURV. Facebook Live, X Live, YouTube Live as well. Show producer Fred Cruz. I'm Sergio Sanchez, and we got AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina. He's on standby, and he still put the chance of rain in the forecast. Okay, where's that coming from? We'll find out in about 3 minutes, so please stick around. Federal Aviation Administration is demanding an investigation to what they refer to as a mishap investigation over that recent SpaceX launch at Starbase.
The investigation must be submitted before SpaceX can launch Starship Flight 13. The incident in question took place on Friday during the 12th Starship flight. An initial post-mission write-up says the vessel was unable to light all planned engines during what was called a partial boost-back burn. SpaceX listed 9 potential causes for review, while the FAA says they need assurance a return flight would not impact public safety before the grounding is lifted. I'm Michael Kastner.
Colleges and universities across Texas, they're finalizing budgets for next year. Governor Greg Abbott is telling them that they need to hold the line when it comes to tuition.
State lawmakers froze undergrad tuition and fees starting in 2023. That freeze would have expired in 2024, but Governor Greg Abbott issued a directive telling colleges that would stay in effect. He's now sent a letter to university presidents saying that directive remains in effect for the 26-27 academic year. Abbott says higher education must be attainable for Texas students and families, and access to affordable, high-quality higher education is essential to ensure Texans learn the skills needed to secure family-sustaining jobs and meet the demands of a growing workforce. The UT and Texas A&M systems were seeking fee increases, with UT saying the deal before Regents was well thought out and would not increase the average cost of attendance more than 4%.
That's reporter Alan Skaya at 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. In the nation's capital, some lawmakers are working on legislation to try to regulate collegiate sports spending. And what's new for them, it's transfers
from exploitation and ensure that programs across the country can. College Sports Act, written by Texas Senator Ted Cruz and Washington Democrat Maria Cantwell, would hand the NCAA an antitrust exemption to enforce a series of rules that have been challenged in court over the past few years. The rules would include limiting athletes to a one-time transfer without penalty, limit eligibility to 5 years, ban former pro athletes from playing in college, halt schools from poaching coaches during the season, and granting the NCAA the ability to enforce a spending cap for how much schools can pay their athletes. Schools and governing bodies need the ability to preserve fair competition, protect student athletes from exploitation, and ensure that programs across the country can survive, Cruz and Cantwell's offices said in a statement.
It's 7:08 on News Talk 710 KURV. It is AccuWeather time, and AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. But first, let me say thank you to Dougie and all the gang at Martin Farm and Ranch. Grow them right this spring. Your pets, your livestock. You need Purina certified feed, and you will find that at Martin Farm and Ranch in Edinburgh. AccuWeather meteorologist Jason Caterina joining us. And I don't know, man, I should have asked you offline first. Did you take a look at any rain totals?
Yeah. Actually, I pulled them up. I thought about that this morning. So, I sent you that text. I think it was a text yesterday after the show with how much rain was falling. So, McAllen got almost 4/10 at the reading point, just north of Edinburgh at the airport. They got 8/10, and just north of them, they got just almost 1.2 inches. Harlingen Airport reported 1.84 inches.
Okay, about 2 inches. Again, that's a 24-hour report.
That's a 24-hour total. Yeah. That's a 24-hour total.
Well, I noticed on the AccuWeather.com, the little forecast, you're right. Maybe rain later in the day, like towards the end of the day or overnight? Or what's the time?
I mean, it's a pretty slim chance today.
Okay.
Like it's
About 20%.
there's a ridge building overhead, so there's today. I mean, there's a really really slim chance, and then it just dries out right through the weekend at this point.
Okay.
So.
You said yesterday that the long-term, long-range forecast, the computers were showing maybe something Tuesday, Wednesday, like midweek.
Yeah. Still the chance for showers ramping up as early as Monday night. We could find a strong thunderstorm around. And
Well,
then,
it's another system like this one that just crossed. Is that what it is? Late Monday.
Yeah, we're just the setup is still similar to what we've had going on. So yeah, the overall thing hasn't changed a whole lot, but the long form pattern here, we'll say, is
right.
Pretty similar to what we've had going on. So
all of Texas is dry again. So good travel forecast. All the connections for the airports.
Yeah. Everybody's looking good today.
Well, enjoy the.
All the way to pretty quiet all the way through the weekend. There may be a thunderstorm in spots in Dallas, but this afternoon, but pretty quiet all the way through the weekend.
Oh, we know what that means. Like even when you go to South Padre and you get the sand dunes with all the grass or seagrass, whatever vegetation you got there, mosquitoes. We're looking to the exercise mosquitoes for the next several days.
Boy, you're having a party and you want to, get like a mosquito magnet type of thing. Rent me out. They love me. I'm convinced it's people with O positive blood type because that's what I have.
Okay.
And I'm convinced because I know other people with O positive that say the same thing. The mosquitoes just love them.
Yeah.
I have to wonder if it's something with the blood type. I don't know. That's my layman's theory.
So you would be the brisket or cheeseburger among humans when it comes to mosquitoes.
Oh yeah, they love me.
Yeah,
I got a big one on my arm already. Yeah,
yeah. We'll have to. Freddie, can you ask one of the interns sleeping right now on their little computers? Ask one of the interns if mosquitoes favor certain blood types. Let's see what we can ask. We can ask that for next hour. Yes, today is National Brisket Day.
Ooh,
and of course it has to be moist, right? Otherwise, what's the purpose, right? If it's not moist, right? Who wants dry? That's called beef jerky.
Yeah.
Beef jerky. And yes, it's National Beef Burger Day. That it was a promotion taken over by the beef producers of this country, and they had that commercial. Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Remember that? Yeah. I remember.
Sam Elliott, remember him? Yeah, he's the one that was the voice. Which is ironic because I know that Sam Elliott was a picky eater. He eats salads all the time. No wonder he's so skinny. All right. Call you next hour.
All right.
Weather meteorologist Jason Caterina. Again, the forecast today, 90s, like mid-90s. It's going to heat up mid-90s today. And close to triple digits tomorrow. Let's see if something pops up later in the day, late in the day, maybe overnight. I'm still crossing my fingers, toes, and everything else I can cross. Cross my arms. Cross my leg. See if we can get some rain later in the day. That is your AccuWeather forecast. Coming up, about 3 minutes or so, had a chance to speak to one of my tocayos in the area. He is the new chairman of the Brownsville Navigation District. And we're going to share that conversation with him to review his background on the Navigation District, the current amazing economic news from the Port of Brownsville, and what we might see in our future that's coming up in about 3 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. With Ken Paxton eliminating Senator John Cornyn from the U.S. Senate race. So all eyes turning now to the November election, and it's going to be a heated one, and there's a lot of cloth to cut thanks to the primary.
Paxton's win was nearly 2-1, bigger than most expected, including SMU political science professor Cal Jillson. He says now the question is whether Cornyn can steer his mainstream Republican voters over to Paxton's MAGA Republican side, especially after the knockdown dragout those two had.
Cornyn described Paxton as just ill-equipped and ineligible to be a United States senator. Whether he can take all that back and call people to vote for him remains to be seen.
Jillson says it may take a while for most Cornyn Republicans to fall in line with Paxton, but he expects most will do so prior to the November election.
That's Russell Scott with that report. And the FIFA World Cup is about 2 weeks away. Hey, did you hear that there was a preemptive crackdown, major crackdown on serious crime over the past 90 days? First I hear this. Well, they say it's over now, and they say that crackdown was successful.
The joint law enforcement sweep included Dallas, Grand Prairie, and Frisco police teamed up with the U.S. Department of Justice, including the FBI, DEA, ATF, Homeland Security, and U.S. Marshals. United States Attorney for the Northern District of Texas, Ryan Raybould, says since mid-March, they've obtained 250 indictments.
Kidnappers, human traffickers, drug dealers, robbers, dangerous felons illegally possessing firearms, and people who harm children.
They also seized over 800 kilos of methamphetamine, over 50 kilos of cocaine, and 20 kilos of fentanyl. Dallas Police Chief Daniel Como.
To be able to pick up the phone and know that those individuals will go to jail, it's a good feeling.
In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
Yeah, well, kudos to them, but you don't have to wait for a World Cup or a FIFA tournament to, do that major crackdown. Why don't you do that all the time, right? Or at least once a year, every year. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. The returning chairman for the Brownsville Navigation District, next on 710 KURV.
Hair Volume from New Nordic will make your hair look thick and healthy. Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and newnordicusa.com or in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
You smell that? Spring. Hibernation's over. It's time to run it. Run it until the grass becomes long and the hedges duck and cover. Then, run it again. Still, get up to $50 off select AK battery tool sets. Offer valid for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
You're losing your hair, and you want a simple solution guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's quick one-day treatment is offered in a calm, relaxed environment with top-rated physicians and modern technology. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. So schedule your free consultation for $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. 469-599-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
If you've missed any of our interviews, no worries. Now you can watch them on any of our social media platforms. Grab your popcorn and follow us on Instagram, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn to watch our video interviews. News Talk 710 KURV.
Go Astros. This is your radio station in South Texas for Astros baseball. News Talk 710 KURV. Game 4 of their series in Arlington against the Rangers, 6:35 broadcast today on 710 KURV. Big thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. For us at KURV, it is truly an honor to check in with the new chief, the new chairman over at the Brownsville Navigation District. He is Sergio Tocayo, Sergio Tito Lopez. Last time I spoke with him was a couple years back. We did a big all-day broadcast from the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville, but now he is the chairman over at the board. Tocayo, welcome to the program. Pleasure to speak with you again. I appreciate you making time for us today. So
Thank you.
I want folks to know who you are, like how you pay the bills. Tell folks about your passion, your love for the port, why you're part of the navigation district, and now chairman. So let me do some background. Tell us about yourself. Again, like I said, how you pay the bills, and how long you've been with the navigation district.
Sure, Tocayo. Sure, that's fine. I was first elected in 2008, and as a fact, this is my third time being chairman. Just FYI.
Okay.
I come from a family that we've been in the freight forwarding business since 1958, 60. So I'm the third generation at doing this kind of business. There's a fourth generation, which is my sons and my brothers' sons and stuff like that. So it's a continuing thing that we move cargo here from the port into Mexico and vice versa.
Yeah.
Got involved into politics basically because I wanted to help move the port forward. When we first got elected, our budget was kind of not that much, and so we looked into ways to how do we convince big companies to come to the port, and I think we've done that. I was blessed with having really good commissioners. My God, I mean, very standout. We've always made a we've always have made a great team. I look forward to working with this new commission. Commissioner Gutierrez, you could say he's a young buck too. So we have three new young commissioners. I'm excited. Alongside with Commissioner Reed, who was elected at the same time, 2008. So we look forward to working with them. I'm not going to say mentoring them, but kind of guiding the way to where we want to continue to take the port forward.
The name of your international transport, the international logistics company, Jonik Lopez, right? Jonik
International Transport and Warehousing. Yes,
Transport.
sir.
Okay. And been doing this your entire life, and since 2008 being on the navigation board, man, you have been witness to the amazing transformation of
a lot of yes, sir. I was initial boots on the ground commissioner. I love getting involved. I like doing the day to day. Most of the time in the background, but I like to facilitate everything that tries to go here.
How in your business and your international transport business based in Brownsville, how have you seen the evolution of clientele just in your family business and also at the port, the evolution over the past since what almost 20 years, 18 years that you've been there at the navigation district?
I think it's always it's less cost and efficiency. Our port, which is a great port, is one of the deepest ports with more property. It's for us to go and sell or promote this port opens the door to a lot of customers, a lot of industry. Our main customer till now is Nuevo León, Monterrey. The industry there is huge, and so but there's other sectors. There's San Luis Potosí and there's Puebla, Mexico City, Querétaro, and vice versa. Our you could say that our biggest surface trading partners is Texas. A lot of the stuff that Mexico comes back either to Laredo, too far, or to here to Brownsville.
And the main ingredient of that's steel, right?
But it's steel, it's aggregate, it's refined sands, oils.
Sergio Tito Lopez is chairman of our Brownsville Navigation District. He's the board of directors for our Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. And in that evolution for the Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville, did you ever think you'd see the day of what we witnessed today? Just amazing, just beautiful, crazy headlines on job creation, liquefied natural gas, maybe another one coming on the way, and more amazing industry that's coming around. So give me a status report where we are at the moment, because from steel, the 600,000 square foot facility that's there, more operations to LNG and everything else, the job creation left and right. So give me a status report. How are we doing at the port right now?
I think we're doing excellent. I think we're doing good. Like I said, our job is to facilitate, to make it easier, to streamline the operation. An international customer doesn't want to deal with headaches, and we try to solve as many problems as we can with them. And so that's our thing. I mean, the time I've been here, I can truly say that that it's evolved, and we as support we've done a lot to do that. Of course, we're not by ourselves. We need the help of the county and the city and the state to facilitate all kinds of endeavors that we have.
When was it that it changed? Okay, what was the spark? Because usually it's an event. It's like a domino, and then it's like that domino. But what would you point to saying? At this date in this year, because of this industry, things really started ramping up around here.
One of the main ones has been the LNG projects. I mean those projects are huge. Job creation, investment into our community. I mean it's changing dynamics. It's the valley will never be the same. We've got other customers. Some of them which I can't say, because they make us sign NDAs. But we've got a powership is one of them that's going to bring a tremendous amount of employment, and investment into our region. So yeah, I mean it's awesome. I mean it's very gratifying for me being here 18 years and seeing how it has evolved. It's incredible.
Are you surprised that we're able to meet the demand of all these trades, the skills, the welders, all. So far, we've been able to meet the thousands of jobs that have opened up. Are you surprised that we've been able to do that? Can we keep up that pace? Because I understand still the majority of people getting jobs or from the Valley, right?
I'm going to say I'm not surprised, only for the reason that it's very important to have communication. And we have such good communication, with the schools, the colleges, with our school districts. I've been a big proponent when I first heard about these LNG projects coming. I mean, I'd stand on my soapbox and I told all my friends, hey, tell your daughter, tell your son, tell your nephew, your primo, dude, engineering, that's where to go. Do that.
Yeah.
They're going to be well-paying jobs. I sometimes I get in trouble because I mention a lot about the maquiladora effect. And what's the maquiladora effect? The maquiladora effect, as you know, you bring a component, send it to Mexico, they stamp it, they make it better, and they bring it back to a finished product. That's basically what's happening with our kids. We educate them, we train them to leave because there weren't really adequate high-paying jobs here. That's changed now.
Yeah.
We have that available, but we need to continue to educate and train our future generations.
There are some, I know there's some prospects, and you guys getting real close to, like hitting it out of the park. Some more home runs, some more grand slams here pretty soon, which is awesome. Part of that, I would suspect, is the fact that, as you mentioned at the beginning, the deep report, that as the blessing as a result of the LNG project, got a deep report, but all that acreage that you have at your disposal to bring in more industry. So when it comes to vision and what you see for the port, I don't know, 5, 10 plus years down the road, tell me a little bit about that vision of what we might see, what you can say, just in general terms, what we might see as far as job creators, industries, tier one, things like that coming to the port.
I see a lot of these tier one industry coming. I see. I'm gonna say more of the same, with more efficiency, energy. Yeah, make it more efficient, cleaner. We can't forget that we have to take care of our environment, and I'm a big proponent of that. If there's a business or an industry that's gonna come, if it meets all the regulations that it's supposed to meet, how can we say no to that? And so, if they meet all that, I'm with them. If it doesn't, I don't. We need to protect our environment because we need to leave it for future generations.
Yes,
land-wise, Tocayo, I can tell you that we're running out of land. Even though we own 44,000 acres of land, we're literally running out of land. And so we have to be very conscious on what industry we now have to start bringing here to this port.
That's quite a statement that you just made. That's 44,000 acres. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Wow. Yeah.
That's a lot. Of course, there's a lot of wetlands included in that. And so that's the situation.
That makes sense. Anything else you want to know? Maybe some of the numbers that rattle in your head as far as job numbers, tonnage, anything else you want to share with me right now? Maybe folks, all these nerds that love the numbers would like to hear from you right now.
It's incredible. We have so much. I could go down the line. Just in the investment, it's in the billions. Job creation, 20,000 is. 10 years ago, you would mention that, and you couldn't. How could you think about that?
20,000 jobs. The prospect of that's what you're talking about, right? 20,000.
Yeah, exactly. The 30 billion 10 years ago, you would never hear that. You'd think you're in the wrong place, But that, all that, and so it's great. There's so much coming this way.
All right, we wish you continued success as the port succeeds, which is our economic engine in the RGV. Obviously, our kids and our families will be blessed with all that job and opportunity. And don't forget, get your kids in engineering. Get your kids in engineering.
That's please, and that's what's going to pay.
Yeah, we got UTRGV, we got Texas A&M. Orale, let's get some engineering programs up and running and get them in there and get them ready. Right,
Texas Almost College.
There we go.
There's nothing wrong with a 2-year degree. Those are good too.
Yeah, actually, that's a good approach, Serge. Send them over to Texas Southmost or STC or TSTC. Get them the skills to cut steel, fuse steel, scaffolding, all the other stuff to build, to erect the industry coming here. And at the same time, go back get your engineering degree so you can run it long term, whatever it is, energy or water, whatever it is. Yeah,
I believe that once you at least get your 2-year degree, you come and you work and you're in it. You realize what there's more to come. You can go back to school, you can work and go back to school and become an engineer or become something else.
That's a great point. That is, if you can pull them away from the 6-figure salary that they're already making by working some of those skills. It's a pleasure. Keep in touch, Tocayo. It's congratulations again, getting the chairman's gavel and the desk. And we wish you continued success for our economic engine of the Valley, our Rio Grande Valley Port of Brownsville. Sergio Tito Lopez, our chairman. Be blessed, brother. You're in tune with the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. Join us online. Radio Para Mi is the free app that we can listen on your smartphone. The 7 o'clock hour of the Morning News, producer Freddie also will post the broadcast on the 710 KURV YouTube Live, Facebook Live. You can rewind there as well. We got sports next on 710 KURV. Another good night for the Astros on your station for Astros baseball, 710 KURV. You got a long to-do list for today. You're all stressing out because, man, how am I going to take care of mom and dad? Mom and dad need some help. They need somebody to cook them a meal, somebody to clean up the place a little bit, tidy up the place. Otherwise, God forbid, one of them trip over something that they left in the hall or in their room. And, we need to do just a little bit of housework and laundry and clean the sink and clean them as well. A little stinky. They're a little tired. They're weak. It's hard for them to put on a shirt and button their clothing. Healthcare Unlimited is waiting for your call. Healthcare Unlimited. They helped me with my precious mom and dad many years back when I moved them down. And they slowed down. And my dad was real sick for the final 10 years of his life. Healthcare Unlimited. These folks are angels, beautiful people, godly people, caring people. Trust Healthcare Unlimited for everything I told you, the daily chores, the bathing, the hygiene, the checking blood pressure, all those things that they need daily, and the food and everything else, the meal, the cleanup. Healthcare Unlimited. Trust them with your precious mom and dad. They want to be at home. They can be at home safe with Healthcare Unlimited at 956-994-9911.
They say that actions speak louder than words. So we'll let the all-new state-of-the-art BMW of FAR show you what that means. Choose from an incredible selection of new BMWs and get exceptional service today. Right now, you can lease a 2026 BMW X330. Drive for just $599 a month with $52.29 due at signing. Come see why BMW has always been known as the ultimate driving machine. Visit the corner of Expressway 281 and Owasso in FAR. Come find your new BMW today at BMW of FAR, a Bird Ogden Auto Group dealership.
It's Houston Astros baseball later tonight. Tune in for a Texas showdown as your Astros visit the Texas Rangers. First pitch at 7:05. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
Are you ready?
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
The Houston Astros used another great game from Yordan Alvarez last night to take a series lead against the Texas Rangers. Final score 4-3. Brandon Nimmo drew first blood with an RBI single for a 1-0 lead in the first. Not long after, Braden Shoemake got Houston on the board with a sac fly to tie the game at 1 in the second. After Texas hit their first homer from Jock Peterson, Yordan Alvarez hit one to deep right center to tie things right back up at 2. Things would go quiet until the 8th when Yordan Alvarez did it again to break the tie.
The pitch. And Alvarez hits it well and hits it deep to right center field. Back is Carter at the wall looking up. See you later! Second home run of the night for Yordan Alvarez. And this one puts the Astros up 3-2.
Christian Walker added an insurance run off of a Ranger throwing error, and despite a homer from Jock Peterson in the bottom 8th, the Astros held on for the 1-run win. Next up, Houston and Texas wrap up the series tonight at 7:05. The Astros can take the series with a win. The Rangers look for a tie. And the San Antonio Spurs are back at home tonight, but the stakes couldn't be higher as each game against the Thunder is now win or go home. Tip-off is set for 7:30 tonight from the Frostbank Center with coverage on NBC and Peacock. With your Texas in the Morning Sports Report, I'm Jet Nelson.
Go Spurs. Yeah, they're down 3-2. Go Spurs. But they're real good with Wimby. AccuWeather says highs today should be mid-90s, closer to triple digits tomorrow. Ooh, it's going to be nasty humid with all the ponding and puddles and all the stagnant water everywhere. Time for county, time for the cities to start putting those little pellets, those anti-mosquito pellets everywhere, anti-larvae pellets everywhere. Highs today, mid-90s, and there's a small chance of rain somewhere in the region for later, much later today and overnight. Let's see if it pops up at all. Border Bridge wait times is posted on KURV.com. Go to our website and we'll link back to what U.S. Customs and Border Protection is reporting. So if you're headed back to the McAllen, Mission, Edinburgh area, not bad, 10 to 15 minutes at last check for all three major bridges. And for Brownsville, who's busy, 1 hour B&M, 45 minutes at Gateway, 15 or less at Veterans. Thank you for waking up with Newstalk 710 KURV. News and information that matters. Why? Because it matters to your pocketbook, perhaps your education, your kids, your future, your health. Yeah, we try to focus on that here on the Morning News. And thank you for joining us daily on the radio. Go get us at Radio Para Mí, the free app. That way you can listen on your smartphone. We got business news, check of your money. That's next on 710 KURV. I've told you for days, and I look forward to many more days, reminding you to call Chamberlain Roofing and Waterproofing, the top commercial roofing pros in this entire region, with an amazing book of projects through many years and many major markets. They've been here now, and they're ready for your call to go check your building. Buildings, plural, because I know some of y'all have several warehouses and commercial strips. Do you know the condition of your commercial roofing system? And chances are you will say no. And if you tell me, oh, it's okay, Serge, I looked at it. I found like a sneaker up there and, some rocks. You don't know if it has any weak spots. That's what you need to find out. You need to be ready for the next major storm with that heavy water pounding on your building and then sneaking into your building and ruining the lease, ruining the operation of all those tenants of yours. For free, gratis, no expense to you, Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, with almost 130 years of experience. All these folks that are cross-trained in all the different types of roofing systems, they want to give you a professional report for free. What's going on with your commercial roofing system? That way you know what to do in your future. And if everything is okay, they'll tell you. These folks are honest. Chamberlain Roofing, Waterproofing, ChamberlainLTD.com. Call them. Set up that free appointment, 956-655-6178.
Come into Volvo Cars Edinburgh today and find the Volvo that's right for you. Shop from a great selection of Volvos today. Get comfortable in the incredible new 2026 Volvo XC60 with all the technology and innovation that makes the Volvo brand stand out from the rest. Lease one today for just $499 a month. That's right, $499 a month. We shop the competition so you don't have to. Elevate your drive today at Volvo Cars Edinburgh, a Bert Ogden Auto Group dealership. Dale gas!
If you're looking to improve your overall health and have a better quality of life, Dr. T's Primary Care is the place to go. If you feel tired or stressed or less motivated, if you're moody or if you have trouble sleeping, Dr. T's Primary Care will evaluate you and work with you to address your health concerns, including testosterone or menopause treatment, peptide treatment, IV vitamin infusions. Their licensed staff will take the time to listen to you and work with you to improve your overall health. Check out the website, drtsprimarycare.com. Give them a call in McAllen at 956-803-0058 and Harlingen, 956-368-5247.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC. McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Investors are awaiting the release of April's Personal Consumption Expenditure Price Index reading, due out later this morning. Economists polled by Dow Jones expect a month-over-month increase of 0.5% and a year-over-year rise of 3.8%. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg said his company could enter the cloud computing market if it overspends on data centers and has excess capacity. Of the 4 U.S. hyperscalers, Meta is the only one that does not sell cloud infrastructure and services. Officials say energy inflation tied to the war in Iran has lasted longer than expected, creating a stagflationary shock for Asian economies. Chicago Federal Reserve President Austin Goolsbee said on CNBC that initial estimates in the future markets had expected energy prices to be a lot lower than current levels. Futures are slightly lower ahead of inflation data later this morning. Both Dow and NASDAQ futures are down by more than 100 points. Yesterday, the Dow gained 182. That's your money now.
20 minutes to the hour on the Valley's Morning News. And another sign of that chilly relationship between the U.S. and Canada at the moment. So America's neighbor to the north gonna snub American-made military technology.
Canada will buy its new military early warning planes from Sweden's Saab Technologies, not Boeing. Prime Minister Mark Carney told a defense conference in Ottawa that Saab's Global Eye jets, quote, will be a key resource for the Canadian Armed Forces to detect and deter threats across the Arctic. Back in March, Carney vowed that Canada would no longer rely on the U.S. for protecting the vast Arctic territory. I'm Rory O'Neill.
And word from Austin up in Central Texas that the Gigafactory up there that is producing the Cybertruck and the Tesla Model Y, they say they're also going to produce the Optimus robots. The Gigafactory in Austin will reportedly also produce the Tesla Roadster. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says hot, should be mid-90s today, and got a very, very small chance for a pop-up shower much later in the day, maybe overnight, but it should be dry for the most part going through the weekend, says AccuWeather. So we're probably going to hit triple digits by tomorrow. Thank you much for joining us on Newstalk 710 KURV. I want to say a special thank you, good morning to our brother, our Redcoat brother, Martin Rainduel. Total Imaging Solutions provides us the daily people poll question. You happy with the results of the Texas primary? I know it's very nebulous, very general question, but some of you are very specific and local. You happy with the results of the Texas primary? We'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to record a message on the 710 KURV WhatsApp line, 956-862-2482. We got Fox News in 2 minutes on 710 KURV. Top real estate team in this entire region. The only folks that I've called before, by the way. I've called before. I'll call again. I'm so proud to represent Brian Reed and family, the Ryan and Brian real estate team, top real estate team in this entire region. Trust them if you need a home. They'll help you find the perfect fit. Trust them if you need to sell your home as well. Call them today, the Ryan and Brian real estate team. I'm going to give you the number here for you to call in just a little bit. Moving sometimes is a major undertaking. And for folks who are moving to the Rio Grande Valley, and we have plenty of those of late. Many people moving to Texas. Many people moving to the Rio Grande Valley. Well, after all, look what has taken place down here in the economy. It's beautiful. Noel was moving from out of state and was headed over to Weslaco. Beautiful Weslaco. Needed a home, wanted a home in Weslaco. Athena, with the Ryan and Brian team, took care of the entire process. Let me send this video. Let me live stream this. Let me take a tour at this home. Let me show you this, that. All live stream. Thank the Lord for modern connections we have like that. So all that work could be done while Noel was out of town, far away, hoping to move down here. The Ryan and Brian real estate team, they helped him secure a brand new, newly constructed home and got a below market interest rate thanks to the builder. Oh, and by the way, even got the appliances included in the purchase. Ooh, saved a lot of money. That could be you, my friend. Call the Ryan and Brian real estate team at 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
Hello, this is Congressman Henry Cuellar. South Texas families are feeling the pressure. Groceries, gas, housing, childcare, and healthcare all cost more according to the Consumer Price Index. Tariffs are a hidden tax, making groceries and goods cost more. I'm fighting to lower costs. protect Social Security and Medicare, strengthen border security, target criminals, not hardworking families, and keep healthcare affordable. I'm Henry Cuellar. Thank you. God bless you.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Here you go, Dad. At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education. Volunteering in the communities we serve. And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses. We are LSNB. Donating more money to more causes than all other area banks combined. Here, in a place we call home. We are LSNB. The Valley's Bank.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
Happy Thursday. It's the Pulse of the 956. Thank you for tuning in to 710 KURV, 710 AM radio. And also, thanks to anyone else, all our family also joining us at Radio Panami, the free app. Hope you can join us there. That way you can listen on your smartphone, smart device. AccuWeather says the heat is back, mid-90s. Maybe triple digits by tomorrow. Chance of rain, pretty much gone. Be a miracle if we see something much later today or overnight. News on 710 KURV is a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ. Papa the Fragile. U.S.-Iran ceasefire remains in effect, but it may be a little tattered.
A U.S. official tells Fox News that 4 one-way attack drones posed a threat and were shot down. Then a strike was also conducted against a control station near the city of Bandar Abbas that was about to launch a 5th drone. In response, the Iranians launched a drone and missile attack against Kuwait, targeting a U.S. base there, according to Iran's IRGC.
Fox's Trey Yanks in Tel Aviv. At least 2 are dead following a chemical tank implosion at a Washington State paper mill.
Family members have identified one of the victims as Jared Amons, who leaves behind a wife, 2 kids, and 1 on the way. And Gilbert Bernal. Friends say he was one of the best people they've met.
Fox 13 Seattle's Alejandra Guzman. Officials say 9 are still missing, but there's no hope of survivors. America's listening to Fox News.
Federal Aviation Administration, they are looking into the most recent, the Starship 12 launch at SpaceX Starbase. The investigation must be submitted before SpaceX gets clearance from the Federal Aviation Administration for Flight 13. The incident in question, of course, took place during the most recent flight, Flight 12. Quote, unable to light all planned engines, they say, and they're looking into what happened. SpaceX providing the information before Flight 13 can take off. Colleges and universities across Texas are finalizing their budgets for the next year. And Governor Greg Abbott saying universities, colleges, they all need to hold the line when it comes to tuition.
State lawmakers froze undergrad tuition and fees starting in 2023. That freeze would have expired in 2024, but Governor Greg Abbott issued a directive telling colleges that would stay in effect. He's now sent a letter to university presidents saying that directive remains in effect for the 26-27 academic year. Abbott says higher education must be attainable for Texas students and families, and access to affordable, high-quality higher education is essential to ensure Texans learn the skills needed to secure family-sustaining jobs and meet the demands of a growing workforce. The UT and Texas A&M systems were seeking fee increases, with UT saying the deal before Regents was well thought out and would not increase the average cost of attendance more than 4%.
That's Alan Skaya with that report. And the American Cancer Society is out with new guidelines for screening cancer.
The new guidelines reaffirm that average risk adults should screen for colon cancer starting at age 45. The American Cancer Society is issuing new guidelines for blood-based screening in a doctor's office and for those at-home screening kits. With early detection, 5-year survival rates for colorectal cancer top 90%, making screening even more important. Colorectal cancer is now the top cancer killer of adults under the age of 50. I'm Rory O'Neill.
Thank you for waking up with News Talk 710 KURV. This is your station for Astros play-by-play. So we got the Astros tonight, 6:35 broadcast. On your station for Astros baseball, it's Astros at the Rangers, Game 4 of this series. Thank you to Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women for Astros baseball on 710 KURV.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said
Watch us, Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one